I want to say Happy New Month to all my viewers. Thank you for watching us. Now, it is worrying that the death of Iran's supreme leader is causing a lot of problems among Nigerians. I repeat, it is worrying that the death of Iran's supreme leader is causing a lot of problems amongst Nigerians. Let me start with northern Muslims. Now, northern Nigeria or northern Muslims have declared mourning for the supreme leader of Iran in Nigeria. The affiliations these northern Muslims have with Iran is unprecedented. Now, the Biafrans on their own part are saying that after Iran, Nigeria is next. That US will liberate Biafra because of, you see, one of the purpose, you see, US struck Iran and killed their leader, the supreme leader, is for regime change. Yes, is for regime change. US may have won the battle. I don't think it is likely that US wins the war against Iran. There are two different things. You can win the battle, but not win the war. Let's look at this from this perspective. You killed the supreme leader. You expect the people to revolt against the Islamic leadership and have their own liberal and democratic government. But after killing the supreme leader had to appoint his son. The same Islamic regime is still in place in Iran. It is difficult for US to install another government or to replace the Islamic regime. It is left for the people to decide that. So, US won the battle, but the war has not been won yet. Let me address our northern brothers. Like I said before, Saudi Arabia, the birthplace of Islam, is not supporting Iran. Don't think that the fate of Iran is the same fate that northern Nigerians face. See, the delusion, they call it Delulu. Nigeria as a country is not an Islamic country. Your affiliations with Iran, you know, in Iran we have the Islamic regime, and the North as constituted wants an Islamic regime in Nigeria. Most of them see Nigeria as a potential Islamic country. So they want what is happening in Iran to happen in Nigeria. That is why the likes of El-Rufai and co and other governors were supporting a Muslim ticket. So they wish for an Islamic regime in Nigeria. It is not going to be possible in the next 100 years. In fact, the political trajectory that Nigeria is going through, Nigeria is likely not to be the component unit. Like as you see Nigeria today, there's going to be restructuring. I'm assuring Northerners. Don't think that the fate of those, the Iranians, you see, the shocking thing is that even Al-Qaeda, ISIS, they are supporting Israel over Iran. I don't know where these Northerners get all these ideologies from. Okay, it is because Iran is sponsoring extremism. You know, we have Shia Muslim, we have Shiites. Iran, they are Shia Muslim. And maybe that's why some elements in northern Nigeria wants to align with the Shia movement. In Nigeria, there's Shia movement in Nigeria, El Zakzaki. Maybe that's why. But let's be factual. Any agenda that Iran wants to achieve in Nigeria can never be achieved. Islamizing Nigeria is the last thing that will ever happen. In fact, if you try to Islamize Nigeria, that is when Nigeria will go for an imminent breakup. Now, for the Biafran people that are saying that the US would replicate what happened in Iran to Nigeria, let me tell you one thing. US, they came into Nigeria. Before they came, they made it clear that we are not pushing for the Biafra agenda or agitation or realization of Biafra, because Christian Muslims in the north will be affected. Don't think that US will fight for your freedom. Don't think that US is interested in Biafra. You know, some people, they have coconut head. They don't really understand anything until that head is, they break the head and they are in their grave. Maybe they will understand in their grave. Simple thing. US, they are not interested in giving you Biafra. It is you as a Biafran that will look for how you can liberate yourself. Nobody liberates anybody in Nigeria. US went into Iran. They don't want Iran to start producing nuclear weapons. They believe that the regime, the Islamic regime, is responsible for trying to use nuclear weapon that will be a threat to the United States. They killed Khomeini, but yet the Islamic regime is still intact. Even somebody more brutal has taken over. So it is left for the people who should have organized themselves. In fact, as they kill this man, different groups will start rising up. Different political groups will start rising up. The people, the so-called Christians that are against the Islamic regime, they don't have a strong political front to take over political power. If they have built a political front over the years, if maybe US kills their leader, they can push, but they have not built it. So Biafrans, if you think that US is going to liberate you from Nigeria, go and think again. No, you see, sometimes my brothers, the way they really reason, I just wonder. All this thing about US, because US is not giving you Biafra. If US wanted to give you Biafra in the first place, they would have said it countless number of times. They know what to do. It is not coming to Nigeria to divide Nigeria. They know what to do. It is not in this fashion. Okay, some people believe that, okay, now the Islamic regime have been destroyed in Iran. They will come and destroy the Islamic whatever, the Islamic influence, blah, 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 in Iran. I just told you that Al-Qaeda, ISIS, most Islamic countries are supporting the US against Iran. Do you understand what it means? Supporting Israel against Iran. Al-Qaeda, terrorist organization. Their Oga in Afghanistan came out and put out a statement against Iran, supporting Israel. You need to understand what it means. It means that even the extremists, Israel and United States, there are some things they are doing we don't know. If you think Israel is pushing for justice, why would Israel support Syria president that are killing Christians? If they are really pushing, I told you, US is not here for Christian genocide. They have their own interest. And you are still deceiving yourself that they are here for Biafra again. Instead of us to look inwards and find a way to push for sophistication of our politics, our economies, our industries, start building a legal from the ground, having 10-15-year projection. So when I tell people, like, we need to start having an agenda, we rebuild all the ruins, because we have tried this way, it doesn't work. We have tried that way, it didn't work. We have tried it that way, it didn't work. Let us try another way. If you do the same thing over and over again, you get the same result over and over again. I pity people when they said Finland will never. No be Finland lock up Samanekpa. People were making mad. Finland had the same experience with Biafrans. Finland gave us this. Finland supported us during the Biafran days. You don't understand geopolitics. You think that Finland gives a hoot about whatever history. If you cannot satisfy their present interest, it is about interest. Politics is about interest. Geopolitics is about higher interest. For America to embrace a known terrorist that they put bounty on his head, Syrian president, for Donald Trump to invite a terrorist into the White House, will tell you that they can embrace Tinubu and Nigerian government and the Fulani against the Biafran people if the interest aligns in a different way. So if you are not thinking on how you can build yourself politically, and also, see, it is the negotiating power you have that you can get the attention of these countries. At this moment, let's leave the northern Muslims. Let me address my blood brothers. Because as for northern Muslims, they are living in a different world. In a different world they are living. I don't see the correlation. The same Saudi Arabia that does not support Iran, tomorrow they will go for Ramadan, they will go for Hajj. Inside, why don't they boycott Saudi Arabia? They should boycott Saudi Arabia now. Since Saudi Arabia is supporting evil America. Nobody is good amongst all these people, whether US, Israel, Iran, nobody is good. It is where your interest lies, where your survival lies. If for US to survive, if they have to take out Biafra, they will take out Biafra without flinching their eyes. You are not a threat yet. When you pose a threat, when you start developing yourself, you become a threat. In Africa, when you start developing yourself, having capacity, you become a threat to these people. So why relying on people that you, at the end of the day, you become a threat to them? You are supporting Iran over Israel, over US. The people that own you, that own Islam, are supporting US. How does that make sense? You want to achieve an Islamic regime in Nigeria. The people that are Islamic regime do not support Islamic regime in Nigeria. Is it not Saudi Arabia that released the name of terrorists, Nigerian terrorists? Saudi Arabia, the birthplace of Islam. So you see, even Islam in itself is divided. They have different sects. Because I wonder, as Islamic as the Middle East is, they cannot come together and form a bloc and fight US. You see, there's a game that is being played. There's a game that is being played we don't understand. You cannot stay in northern Nigeria and because you receive money from Iran and you think that what you are saying makes sense. They have killed the guy. Somebody should run mad. Just run mad. Maybe carry your placard and start protesting up and down in Nigeria. It shows delusion. Why don't you see, look at Iran, look at the Middle East, look at science, look at technology, look at tech, look at industries. These people don't take these things, don't play with these things. But the same northern Nigeria that is carrying religion on their head, there's nothing, ordinary government leadership, they cannot lead. Ordinary invention, they cannot invent. Ordinary farm, they cannot go. All they know is religious extremism to be destroying and killing themselves. They think that the Arab go then send them will be black. This Arab Iranian, they are supporting extremist ideologies to put you as slaves to them. They also they are colonialists. They use religion to colonize you. You are going to be taught in their eyes. They prefer you to become third world countries in their eyes. Not Nigeria, no invention, no nothing, nothing. You just inshallah and whatever all those religious performances. You're just performing up and down. We are just like parasites. Nothing to add. Nothing to add to this world. Look at them there. Look at their military. Look at they produce helicopters. They produce weapons. US is afraid that these people have the capacity to produce nuclear weapons. How many of our engineers, how many of our scientists can even, let me not even talk about Nigeria. We are just parasites when it comes to the world. So as a parasite, you are expecting US to give you Biafra. Biafra for what? Don't you think that they see all of you as the same thing? They just want to put you in a cubicle and start controlling you, controlling your movement, left, right, center. That's what they want to do. And that's what they want to achieve. So it's unfortunate that, you see, we become the stupid ones when we talk about geopolitics. We become the most stupid. Like some Biafran people and northern Nigeria. US have their way. Okay, when US wanted to come into Nigeria, why didn't the Muslims stop US? When they know the intention of the US, it's because you don't have what it takes to negotiate or to defend yourself. Even Iran does not have what it really takes to stop US. And the aim of Iran, look at the aim of Iran, is to build weapons, build capacity, build weapons. But the aim of northern Nigeria is to talk, kill, jihad, no improvement, no developmental efforts. Look at all the states that practice Sharia. You see them, development-wise, they are backward. They don't even think about that. They don't know that it is how you develop your industries, how you develop your society that makes you become a powerhouse. If Iran were like northern Nigeria, they will not even hear their name. They will become slaves in the Middle East. But instead of these northern Muslims to emulate the side of Iran that talks about technology and scientific improvement, they will not look at that. It's just about reciting Quran. Just go here, be killing, terrorism, left, right, center, blah, blah, blah. And for my Biafran brothers, I've said it and over again. If you want to keep deceiving yourself, deceive yourself, all I care. The reality here is that US cannot give you Biafra. US, what is this boy saying? What do you know? You know, most of my brothers, they can talk down on you. Any small thing, you're a small boy. You see, that is foolishness at another level. Most of these guys, they have said a lot of things that will happen under Samanekba and co. They have said a lot of things, and these things did not come to pass. Who becomes foolish and stupid? We have looked at this critically. We are in a tight edge as Igbo people. We need to see, if you know that you are down, you need to start preparing for your uprising. You are down, for instance, you have a gun on your head. You are tied, you have a gun on your head, and you still want to fight. They will just kill you, Sarah. We don't accept that we have been decimated as a people. We need to put our rebels together, bring ourselves together. But still with pride and everything, blah, 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 rubbish. Now we are supposed to be talking about developing Southeast. Some people are saying this. All those things does not... I can bet it, US will never give you Biafra. I can bet it any day, anytime. We had the Israel discussing Israel Knesset, like their Senate House, their lawmaker, their highest lawmaking body, discussing about Biafra. And some people were rejoicing. Israel has discussed about Biafra. Israel is not giving you Biafra. Oh God. The same US that was coming into Nigeria because of Christian genocide. Some people will say, yes, they are coming to Nigeria. Biafra is here. Biafra is here. They came into Nigeria. They then clear you, say, we know they do Biafra. We are not doing Biafra. It's going to affect other Christians. US, don't clear you. So what else do you need to know? Finland, don't clear everybody. Finland did what they did. And some people still, they never even still get brain or sense, say, these guys can never give you Biafra. I'm telling you. Because number one, having Biafra, you can become a threat. Hey, having Biafra, the interest of US will be split in Nigeria. I tell you, you have Biafra today, you have Oduduwa. You have Oduduwa, you have the Ijaw nation. So the access to the resources will be polarized. US will be looking for, okay, this one don't go here, this one don't go here, this interest don't go here. No, it's better we have them together. Don't you think that US and UK, they want Nigeria together than it being split? Don't you know before? Those who are assuring you that they're going to split Nigeria, they are just deceiving you. You are just wasting your money. Those that are doing fundraising, you use dollars to be lobbying all these guys. They are wasting your money. They will never take it to the later. Look at Iran. Okay, US wants to conduct a regime change. All they had to do was to kill the Islamic leader. But the people there, the Islamic regime, they are a very, very strong force. They are not like Venezuela, that the people are already say, okay, somebody already volunteer herself to sabotage the government. The Islamic regime is strong. It's strong. The people that are lamenting, they are not strong. Yes, they're not strong. You see that leader, that is the Iran leader, he's very much interested in education and science. Well, go to northern Nigeria, what are they interested in? Just political power to start sleeping with women, start doing all sorts of rubbish. They'll use Sharia, be oppressing the poor people in northern Nigeria. There's nothing they achieve. Involved in stealing of resources, you take it to productive countries. You cannot have a product, you cannot have industries. It is Nigeria that I see that billionaires are not inventors. In Nigeria, in Africa, he's a billionaire. He's a billionaire. He just be like, say, they give you goods, you can't sell for people. You can't, they make money on people. Can't be billionaire. Billionaire are people that invent, create a lot of value. How many of your billionaires in the Southeast create value? Importer. How many of them don't discover something? Look at America's billionaires. Look at India billionaires. Look at China billionaires. These guys are inventors, are creators. They create things out of nothing, and that thing they create, it spreads, and they have billions of dollars in respect to that. But in Nigeria, there's nothing. Everything about us is just the leadership or everything. We should go back to the drawing board. Africa has no capacity yet. The first thing we need to do is start building capacity, building alliance that will lead to capacity. If we do not do so, none of our desires can be granted by these colonialists, by the West. Whether it is an Islamic nation in Nigeria, whether it is Biafra, none can be granted by these colonialists in the West. I see northern scholars, northern professors saying that that we carry our for head. I just shake my head. You people go to school in the north to do what? Just to become extremists or to become inventors to make the world a better place. You should go to school to make the world a better place, but you go to school to make the world a worse place. A worse place. So it is behoved on us to be wise. If we refuse to be wise, I have nothing to say. Continue in the folly. I call it folly. Think that America will come to your rescue. Sit down there. How many years? How many years since? If America wants to get Biafra, I told you they will write a letter to the United Nations. United Nations proposing for the Biafran state. They have been going through this and that, blah, 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 blah. And all of a sudden, you see, they'll start voting. When they vote, if they vote in respect of. Now, it is even dependent on whether you are organized in the Biafra. Someone else get your own group. This one get your own group. Everyone get different group. Who are they going to hand the Biafra government to? So the Biafra government will start with fight. When you have not yet organized yourself, you say, when we reach the bridge, we'll cross it. The same Nigerians, the same set of Nigerians we see in Nigeria will enter a new system and do new things. The same set of Nigerians. May God help you people.